Early voting is underway in dozens of states with 28 million ballots cast so far. With early voting underway in all 7 battleground states, and in another 36 states, millions of Americans have cast their ballots already. More than 28 million people have voted early so far, according to data from the University of Florida's election lab, with the most voting by mail. Democrats are outpacing Republicans in casting their ballots early, data from 25 states that report party registration shows. More Republicans have cast roughly 327,000 more ballots in person so far, while more Democrats have returned 1.3 million more mail ballots than registered GOP voters, according to the election lab. The high numbers of voters casting their ballots before Election Day on November 5th has set records in at least 2 battleground states, North Carolina and Georgia. In Georgia, which President Biden won in 2020, more than 25% of active voters have already cast their ballots, according to Gabe Sterling, Chief Operating Officer for Secretary of State. And in North Carolina, where the western part of the state was devastated by Hurricane Helene, more than 353,000 people voted on the first day of the state's early voting period, which was October 17th. That figure surpassed the prior record for the opening day of early voting, more than 348,000 in 2020, according to the North Carolina State Board of Elections. Both surpassed the mark of 2 million votes cast Wednesday. Early voting in Georgia lasts until November 1st, and in-person early voting runs until November 2nd in North Carolina. In Nevada, another battleground state, more than 397,000 voters had cast ballots as of Tuesday, with 40% from registered Republicans, according to the Secretary of State. David Becker, a CBS News election law contributor and the executive director of the for Election Innovation and Research, cautioned that the breakdown of early voting by party does not portend the outcome of the election. States report party registration data, and a voter's political affiliation may not correspond with the candidate who won their vote. "We won't know until the votes get counted," Becker said. Still, he said that the more early voting there is, the better it is for election administration and security. Those who have already cast their ballots no longer risk standing in long lines on Election Day or getting to their polling place after it's closed, and they won't be subject to disinformation that could impact their vote.